Hey, what's up? This is Chosen. Hope you're having a fantastic week. It is Tuesday, and it's time for a Raid Shadow Legends wrap-up. My plan for Jetni has changed, so I will let you know why that is the case. We've got the bonus legendary event live in-game. The Call of the Arbiter show is going to be happening soon, and we had a big event in the community with a content creator draft for the Hydra, so I will show you the teams and give you my gut reaction to that as well. Let's get into it. Alrighty, so first of all, as far as news is concerned, so on this 3-bar menu, it looks like they made these icons a lot smaller and they put them in rows of 3. These used to be big icons and it was just like one narrow column, but now they've got these rows of 3. So I wonder if they're going to be adding a ton more stuff here. They kind of like made a bunch of empty space here in that 3-bar menu. But anyway, as far as news concerned in the game, Call of Arbiter series coming soon, and then also the big topic for today is going to be this extra legendary event that is live for the next day and a half. And like I said in the intro, my stance and my plan for my account and for the Jetni fragment events and all of that has actually changed as of today because it happened again. I set up a like multi-battle scenario to finish the dungeon divers, and there was a problem. It didn't end up working, and I didn't get the like 3750 points that I needed for the dungeon divers. So now I'm already behind, and I was kind of already min-maxing because I was planning to do the champion chase, the full points, and then skip the summon rush. So I was already kind of behind. So now I would have to really just go crazy and try to win a bunch of tournaments and spend a bunch of resources to get Jetni. So I'm probably just gonna bow out and be done with the pursuit of the fragments. I mean, I'll get the easy ones in game, like if there's an artifact enhancement event or something like that. That way, if they ever have fragments in the future in tournaments or something. But as far as trying to YOLO and go hard in the paint to finish Jetni, I am probably done with trying that. So now it actually becomes a lot more realistic for me to pull during the extra legendary event going on right now in game. Because honestly, what it's looking like is the guaranteed events for Ancients may be done. Like, they haven't even done one since Stultus, which was a really good event, by the way. Stultus was a solid champion to have as the guaranteed, but they haven't done one since November, which means it's been about 6 months by now. So about exactly 6 months since they did a Ancient event. So it's probably safe to assume at this point that the guaranteed Ancient events are done. And if they do have a guaranteed summon event in game, it's going to be something like the one we saw for Michinaki, where it's like every shard and you're just trying to acquire points. So that means as far as Ancient shards for a player in my shoes, it's probably going to be the best opportunity to pull during a extra legendary event, or when you need to pull for like a big fusion going on like Pythion or Mighty Uko or something. But even then, Ancient shards are usually by far the worst shards to pull in a points acquisition context of fragment events. So honestly, it's looking like extra legendary just might be the route to go for an account like mine. So hey, maybe we'll fire up the live stream a little bit later, hang out and pull some shards until I proc the legendary effect. I don't know, we'll have to see here. And then in other news, shout out to all of the amazing content creators in Raid, and I believe Deadwood doing a lot of the heavy lifting on hosting this over on his website and all of that, deadwoodjedi.com. Definitely run on over there and check it out. But, you know, I believe I was invited to participate in this. I don't know. I lose track of everything, but I do talk to Deadwood a lot. I'm actually going to see Deadwood in person, hopefully, in like a month, because I'll be in California for an event for a different mobile game that is kind of flying me out there to participate in something. And Deadwood lives in California, so I've been talking with him, and we might try to hang out in person and have some fun like we did at TwitchCon and all of that. So, you know, with Diablo 4 going on and stuff like that, it was the Diablo 4 server slam weekend, and I also run a channel and a team for Diablo 4 and all that. So just too much going on for me when they were doing this draft, but this is a super cool event, so I wanted to cover it for you on the channel here and shout it out. So what this ended up being is like a fantasy football draft where it's like a snake draft. So you can see here how Hades picked the first pick. So then he has to snake around all the way to the last pick of round 2, which is kind of rough. You know, you end up with Husk and Venus. I would say Husk is an interesting first pick overall. I probably would have done what Krisk here, like what Cold Brew did, and go with Krisk. Necmo, Duchess, Mithral is interesting, but Nubs is an amazing Hydra player, so I'm sure there's a plan there. Mighty Uko is interesting. Yeah, you can see Royal Guard, people wanting to scoop up those max HP damage dealers, because I believe champions like Acrisia was banned. Obviously, Acrisia would have gone like 1 or 2 overall, so Acrisia had to have been banned. So super cool here to see, to kind of look at the draft board and see what ended up. Look at Scratch going with Skullord Vargal. I love it. And Ruel getting some play here. Absolutely amazing. Ragash, Nubs, okay. Going with the Epics, Godseeker, Inquisitor. Very nice. Okay, so and then you can actually scroll down and you can see the final draft outcome. And all of these people are really good at the game, really experienced and all of that. So I'm sure all of these teams are going to perform pretty well. There isn't going to be like a trash team because everybody's really good at the game. You know, for my money, I think I have to go with Cold Brew. I mean, Krisk is like the best overall champion available in this probably. Tila, Siffy is ridiculous, and everything here with Mashaled. Nichot can crank out damage. Bivald, underrated. Lots of utility here in Cold Brew's team. I don't see a super reliable defense break and all that, which could be a little bit rough. I think... Yeah, I mean, like a lot of these teams are good. You know, Hell Hades did lock in the Venus Cupidus. He'll do plenty of damage there. And he's got Husks, so damage is definitely not going to be a problem. Yeah, I think I would probably go with Cold Brew's team overall, but it'll definitely be fun to see how it plays out because all of these guys are really good content creators, really good players, and this is a super cool event. Deadwood has hosted a few events in the past, and they've always been amazing. And I know like how Hades did like the free to play event and all that, so you get these amazing events within the raid community, and they're always a lot of fun. So I'm excited to follow this. Then for stuff going on in game, you've got for those of you that aren't like me and didn't blow the Jetni fusion, it's either a good thing or a bad thing, depending on how you look at it, because it either like forces me to make a stance of just being done with it and just like rip the band-aid off, or if Jetni would have ended up being a good addition to my account, I kind of got screwed over. But anyway, I'll leave that up to you for interpretation. But if you're going for Jetni, you're going to need to get 2250 here on the Ice Golem for the next day and a half. And then for the people that are not really focusing on doing Jetni, there's going to be a Dragon tournament where you can only use champions from the Night Revenant. So might be a fun little video and website post to talk about the Night Revenant Dragon event. I might work on that here a little bit today and upload a video covering it here on the channel and all that. And then for the events, the only thing you're going to see right now in game is going to be the champion training event that also has a day and a half. So nothing really ending today. The main, and I think the reason Plarium probably structured it like that is they want us focusing on pulling those shards, baby, pulling those ancient shards. Today is going to be the launch day of the bonus legendary event, so might have to fire up the stream, like I said, and YOLO a few ancients. And then we can look at the shop and see if there's anything worth talking about here. Now that I've seen Plarium show us a more realistic price on the soul stones, I'm never going to be really in the market for these. These are only for like the high spenders, in my opinion. The pack string 5 for 10. At least it's not one of the strings with a sacred. So for high spenders, the special ancient pack might make sense because it's during a bonus legendary event, but this isn't like a low to medium spender kind of pack. It's not one of the better ones you're going to see. Mini mix, special progress is divine life. And then the privilege pack is like a 1.25 or so, and it's a 5-day gate cap. So really important to take note. I don't want any of you to get confused. If you look at this privilege pack and you're like, oh, it's decent, and I get some 5 ancient shards to YOLO during the bonus legendary event, you will not get those ancient shards during the bonus legendary event because it's going to be day 5 when you get them, and the bonus legendary event will be long gone by then. So just keep that in mind if you're thinking about buying the privilege pack here, but I'm not seeing anything super noteworthy worth a conversation in the shop today. So there it is. If you are pulling ancient shards today, good luck. Let me know down below what legendaries you got. And if it's always fun to read through and see what people are getting on their accounts. And I'm going to try to get within the workflow, get things done, and be able to stream here a little bit later. And let's YOLO some shards and see how it goes. Because I think, let me know if you disagree down below. But I think for me and my account, if I'm not going for Jetni, in terms of using ancient shards, the extra legendary event is probably going to be the best. I don't have my faction guardians live yet, not live. I don't have my faction guardians filled up, so I still need a lot of legendaries. Like you can see lizard, skinwalkers, night rev, orcs. I have a lot, Shadowkin, Sylvan. Like, I do still need a lot of legendaries, high elves, and barbarians. I don't even have them maxed out yet. So, okay. Yeah, I literally still need like half the factions. So, I still need like raw legendary acquisition. So, it might make sense for me to fire it up and go ahead and do that later today. So, remember to subscribe on your way out. If you enjoy daily Raid Shadow Legends content, I appreciate all of you. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.